Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sarah Liza Marie R. Ramos, a student of Bachelor of Science in Psychology at University of Batangas, Lipa Campus. I am a fourth year student. So, I am here to report about family therapy. Supposedly, I am going to report this to one of my professor at University of Batangas, but due to this pandemic, due to the lockdown, we are um, enter the ECQ so that I was not able to present this to him. So I am here now and I am using this video presentation for me to submit to him, and um, I really hope that for those people who are going to watch this video, I hope that you learn from my report and also you like this video. Thank you so much, and let's start with discussing it. Okay, so let's talk about family therapy. The first question is, what is family therapy? Okay, so with the history of family therapy, the origins and development of the field of family therapy are to be found in the second half of the 20th century. So it started after the World War II. There were so many laws of life back then, so this is the starter for this therapy. There are so many types of family therapy. The first one is the systemic, strategic, and structural therapy. So, for the meaning of family therapy, this is a form of psychotherapy that seeks to reduce distress and conflict by improving the system of interaction between the family members. So, the main focus of this family therapy is to find out what are the causes of this conflict within the family members, the problem of an individual to other relatives or family members. Second is family therapy is a therapy that works with families and couples in intimate relationship to nurture changes and development. So there are lots of people that not really good in adapting or adjusting themselves into the changes that is happening to their life. So specifically, even in the family, not all members are really good in adjusting themselves to a new environment, to every changes that is happening, to every stages of the life within the family. So why? Because family members are connected emotionally, affect each other's feeling, thought, and emotion. So just like for example, how do mother affect the feeling of her child, or even how the child affect the feeling of their parents. So we will talk about that with this family therapy. So it enables the family members, couples, and others who care about each other to express and explore difficult thoughts and emotions safely. So when we talk about this family therapy, those clients and families who undergo this therapy, um, we will going to just to assume that I am the therapist. We will going to teach them how to explore or express themselves, how they um, will be open to each and every one, to each member of the family. So, why do families seek our support? So, what are the reasons why they need our help? Stressful impact. Oh, I'm sorry. Stressful impact upon member with the larger system. For example, one of the family member has a problem, like the child. Maybe he or she has a problem in school, a conflict, or he or she is bullied by other students. Or maybe she is acting that way because her parents loses their job. So there are lots of reasons why. Next is it can be also a problem of the main family. Maybe there are the conflicts with neighbors. They don't know how to communicate well with their neighbors. Or even there is no connection to the community. They don't know how to deal with the problems within the environment that they are belong to. And also other cultural issues. Why do family seeks our support again? Maybe it is also with the transitional points in families' lives. There are some people that cannot accept the changes, just like what I mentioned earlier. They don't know how to deal with the transitional points in their lives. For example, there is someone who get married. There is a marriage, or even there is a divorce, maybe the child is affected, or even the adults who had the divorce, or even there is a birth. There is a new member of the family, and some of the members of the family doesn't want to have another member, or even there is a death. Maybe someone loses their loved ones, just like that. So another reason is needs of individual. One of the example is again the child. Maybe a part of the family, the child does have ADHD, or maybe other mental illness, or maybe someone is suffering from this depression or anxiety or even trauma, and also a serious illness. So, other common reasons for seeking family therapy is when a child is having a problem such as with school, substance abuse. So, with substance abuse, um, mostly those teenagers, they are very into those alcoholic beverages or some kind of drugs, and especially disordered eating. So, a major trauma or change that impact the entire family. For example, a relocation to a new house from Manila going to province. There are lots of adjustment changes um that they may encounter since from an urban to a rural place. So, natural disaster, incarceration of family members. Unexpected or traumatic loss of a family member. For example, Paul, this family member has an accident and he or she is really close to each and every one. And then it comes to the point that there is a blaming, um, there are blaming each other, there are lots of opinion, and then it comes to the point that the family didn't understand and don't know how to listen with each other. So they have a conflict with each other and they make a new problem for the family. So another one is domestic violence and even the parent conflict. So with the parent conflict, there is a conflict between a daughter and a mother, or even the husband and wife. So, when we use a family system approach, we, as a therapist, engage the whole family in treatment, involve all the family members in the assessment, process, and treatment planning. So, we really need to involve every members of the family. Why? Because we will not see this as a problem of a person only, but a problem of the whole family, how they contribute to that problem. And the next one is help the whole family develop the goals, which is our main goal as a therapist. We really need to set a goal. What are the things that they want to have in the family? And what are the things that they don't want to have? They want to remove or they want to accomplish. Next is assist the family in identifying their community and natural supports. So, with this part, we really need to know how the family can communicate with each other, how they are going to um, collaborate with each other. And the next one is guide the family to recognize and use strength that every family has. So, with this last part, one of our goal is to see that a person's strength is also her family. Her source of strength, his source of strength is also a family member. Everyone is their source of strength. Each and every one of them. So, I believe in family systems theory. We follow the model behind every individual is part of a greater contact, and this people is influenced by other people around them. So, and also, I discuss this founder of family therapy, I remember I have read on one site that on systems theory, we believe that you can't understand an individual without understanding the dynamics of the family and the bigger system. So we cannot understand the people, how they act, if we don't know where did they came from. So let's talk about the founders. The first one is the systemic family therapy. The developer and founder of this systemic family therapy is Murray Bowen, and he was born on 31st of January 1913. Murray Bowen was a 20th century psychiatrist who developed the systemic family therapy, also known as Bowen theory. Since he is the founder of this systemic theory, it was first known as a Bowen theory. It was named after his name. So he graduated from the University of Tennessee with a bachelor's degree in science in 1934. The next one is the structural family therapy. The developer and founder of this structural therapy is Salvador Minuchin. He was born in 1921 in San Salvador, Argentina, and in 1947 he earned a degree in medicine and briefly opened the pediatrics practice. So, before joining the Israeli army to help protect the newly established state, his first focus is the pediatrics practice. So he is a contemporary psychiatrist who helped to develop family therapy and pioneered the field of structured family therapy. So he is one of the greater contributor of this family therapy. So strategic family therapy. Sorry. So Jay Haley is the founder of this therapy. So he was born on July 19, 1923 in Midwest, Wyoming. Jay Haley was a 20th century psychotherapist who helped develop brief therapy, family therapy, and strategic psychotherapy. He studied in University of California, Los Angeles. So, before I'm going to discuss every details in each therapy, the reason why I am discussing this information regarding the founder is for us to be aware. So, if ever that we want to know why this therapy has been started, then we can search for those person and know the story behind that therapy, or know the story about this person, how did they discover this family therapy, how they did come up with this idea.